I'm annoyed at Star Wars Celebration right now, and to be honest, it's not even a little bit annoyed. I'm fairly annoyed because, in my opinion, this most recent iteration of the Star Wars fan event has been incredibly unwelcoming and unfriendly to Star Wars fans, and that's what I want to talk about in today's video. I also want to say right off the bat, I'm not talking about the quality of the announced projects, anything like that. I'm excited for pretty much everything shown at Star Wars Celebration. I think it was one of the better years for announcements in the trailers that we did get to see. The problem that I'm talking about in this video is the fact that so much at Star Wars Celebration has been announced behind closed doors and specifically limited to the people that were in attendance. People that weren't at the event were incredibly excluded from the celebrations, and that's just really shitty at any point, but in this year particularly. In a minute, I'm going to give some examples of the many things that weren't made available to the public, but first I want to preface this, why I'm getting annoyed at this Star Wars Celebration when this is admittedly something that has happened before. And there are a few reasons. I mean, for one, it's annoying to see Star Wars on Twitter and other social media platforms try to encourage fan engagement and involvement with the festivities, then have a lot of it not streamed when obviously they could stream it if they want to. But the other thing is, if there was ever going to be a year to not be limiting and to be inclusive of who can see your stuff at Star Wars Celebration, it would be this year. First of all, for Europeans and even people across North America and obviously the rest of the world, getting to Star Wars Celebration is an incredible luxury. It's been in America for a few years now, so for a lot of people, that's an incredible journey. And of course, you have to pay not only for your flights, but also the tickets themselves, the food, and also the accommodation, which can be very expensive because of everyone trying to get hotel rooms. So the event just isn't accessible to a lot of people, myself included. I can't go because I've got commitments at home with my kids, which are preventing me. Hopefully I can go next year or next celebration. But I mean, for a lot of people, COVID's also a factor. Now, me personally, I'm comfortable traveling, but for a lot of people, whether it's because of their own internal risk assessment or because they've got someone in their family who is ill or immunocompromised, traveling just isn't on the table. And a lot of people also can't afford to travel right now. There's been a pretty serious economic downturn. People have been out of work. Something that was already a luxury is now even more inaccessible to the average fan. And that's something that I've really seen. A lot of the people at Star Wars Celebration this year seem to be content creators, podcasters, people who can write off the event or who have the event as part of their jobs and can afford to really justify something that is really quite an extravagant expense. But I mean, that was always going to be the case. Star Wars Celebration just can't be accessible to everyone. You can't have a celebration in every city, at least not an official celebration, so that's fine. What Celebration is doing wrong is locking so much content to in-person events only, and let me explain. Star Wars Celebration has panels. Some of the panels are streamed, but the vast majority of the interesting ones so far have not been. And this is unfair to people who not just aren't at Celebration, but even those who are at Celebration, because the way seats are determined is often based on a lottery system because panel seats are so heavily requested and desired. So today alone, just in the past couple of hours, there's been a Tales of the Jedi panel that gave details of the upcoming show, which again, for some reason, not streamed. We had to rely on people live tweeting it. But alongside that, there was also a Celebration exclusive trailer for the show that's coming out in fall 2022. So in a few months, that makes no sense. They did also show an entire short. It's an anthology series with shorts. I understand stuff like that being made panel exclusive, but like, why not the other stuff? It just makes no sense. But yeah, that's just one example. There was also a Mandalorian panel, which had trailers for not only The Mandalorian Season 3, but also a teaser for Ahsoka. Again, for some reason, none of that shared with the public, all of that exclusive in-person only. Yesterday, the main panel, which had another short Mando Season 3 teaser and the original teaser for Andor, which was, to be fair, posted online, was also not streamed. Instead, they choose to stream random things like the Episode 2 retrospective, which, yeah, great, 20 years of Episode 2, fair enough, but like, why? In the past, they've sometimes had multiple streams so you can pick and choose which panels you're watching, but this time, not really. I don't know if the Bad Batch panel tomorrow is going to be streamed. Will we get that trailer? Who knows? They've really been messing the entire event up so far. It's just really disappointing. Like, and this is a feeling that is everywhere online. People have no interest in watching Star Wars Celebration and engaging in Star Wars Celebration if they're not in person, which is really unfortunate. It would be cool if this time of the year was for people all around, not just at the event, to celebrate Star Wars, to get hype. Like, if I were running Celebration, I would make the watch parties a really big, fun thing that people would be involved with. But they're just going about this the dumbest way possible. And for those saying, well, you'll see this footage later, probably not. When The Mandalorian was announced, they had Celebration exclusive footage. That never came out. Other trailers have been Celebration only. I just don't understand. It makes sense in some limited capacity. Like, if I could see one of them being limited, it would be the one for Ahsoka. That show is still filming, so the trailer could have been a bit rougher than some of the other content. The Mando Season 3 trailer, on the other hand, based on some of the recordings that I've seen online, seems to be really far along in production. That's another thing too. These footage or these trailers are also being copyright struck by Disney, so it's hard to even watch them after the fact. I don't know, just a bit of a rambling video today. Really frustrated. It sucks because we've gotten so much cool from Star Wars Celebration. It's annoying they're also blowing it when it comes to fan interaction. But that's all. Until next time, guys, be safe, have a good one, and may the Force be with you.